Hey fam, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 2 of MiraStar Podcasts. In this episode, I've got Seena. So Seena, how you doing?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. And I've also got Marvin, he's just in the background just for some support. He's just here. He might not talk a lot, but he'll just be here. So Marvin, how you doing?
Yeah, alright, I guess.
Lovely. So, the World Cup. It's a bit late to be talking about the World Cup, but oh man. So the World Cup, we're going to be talking about the World Cup in this episode. 2022, highlights, moments. There'll be some trivia questions, all that kind of thing. So Seena, are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
Right, so the first question is, did you watch the 2022 World Cup?
Yes, I did watch the World Cup.
Okay.
I watched most of the matches.
Good. So, what are your favourite moments from the World Cup?
Well, if you start with one of the Brazil group stages match against Serbia, it was that Richarlison goal.
Oh yeah, that was a good goal.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite moments was probably what's it called? I don't know, that I always talk about it sometimes, but that Mbappe hat trick in the final, because I don't know if it's the first time someone's just got a hat trick in the World Cup final. I'm not sure. I don't think it's the first time, but it's second or first.
Yeah, it's the second time.
Yeah, second. But it was quite it was iconic, really. Which country were you supporting throughout the World Cup and why?
England, because I was born there, and yeah.
It's calm. I don't even know who I support, to be honest. I was just there to watch. If the World Cup was not held in Qatar, where would you want to see it be held and why?
That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Turkey.
Turkey. Alright, why Turkey?
Istanbul.
Oh yeah, that's a good place. I'd probably want to see it I don't know, it'd be a bit weird to see the World Cup in America. That'd be a bit strange.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in a place I'm not sure. Marvin,
Yeah,
where would you want to see the World Cup be held if it wasn't in Qatar?
probably. I would say a place with decent stadiums, like Germany. That's a good place. Brazil again, that would have been a good place. Argentina, decent atmospheres. But mainly I think Germany, Argentina, and Brazil or France, them mainly, and Spain.
I was just thinking, what about how Japan is very Neo-Tokyo, high-tech? Imagine a high-tech World Cup in Japan.
That was one before.
I was just thinking of it. It'd be quite good, They build up a lot of Neo stadiums. The atmosphere is looking nice. It'd be quite cool. So I'd probably say Japan. Right. So the next question is. So this one was written by Marvin. So, what's your name again? I forgot. Seena.
Oh,
I was reading it. So who do you think were the underdogs in the 2022 World Cup?
Morocco.
Why?
Because they had to go through a hard group stage. Because they had to go through Belgium, Croatia, Canada, and they still made it through. And the last 16, they went through Spain, which were previous World Cup winners in 2010. Then they went through Portugal, who won the Euros in 2016. Then they had to go through France, who were the previous World Cup winners. Even though they didn't win the semi-finals, they still put up a good fight.
Yeah, I agree. Marvin, who do you think?
Yeah, it's Morocco, yeah, but Croatia was second. Against Croatia, yeah, what the heck?
So now you okay?
I'm fine.
Right, I'm just making sure you're still alive. um, nice. Right. Next question is, let's find it. So Senna, who was the
Yes.
who was the man of the tournament at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, and why? So who's that big guy?
For me, it was Mbappe because he
Right.
did win the Golden Boot, and every time he just kept on scoring against big teams like Argentina, for example. He scored a hat trick against them in the final. He also scored against Australia.
No. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'd agree. So you mentioned the Golden Boot. That was actually the next question. So I'll ask it anyways. Senna, who won the Golden Boot?
Mbappe.
Roughly.
The
And
only
then
reason
what you say?
I know it's fine. Go on.
So why do you think Mbappe deserved the Golden Boot?
Well, he wasn't going to win it, but because of that hat trick in the final, that beautiful hat trick, he won it.
Yeah. If Mbappe didn't win the Golden Boot, who else do you think should have deserved it?
Messi,
Why?
because every penalty he got, well, most of the penalties he got, he scored. He only missed that one penalty against Poland.
Oh. Right. So we mentioned who won the Golden Boot, but who won the Golden Glove?
Wait, the what?
The Golden Glove.
Oh, Emi Martinez.
Yes.
And he did a weird thing with it.
What you say? Oh yeah. His celebration. I don't think they're ever gonna bring him back to Qatar after that, but it was nice. Do you think he deserved it personally?
Nah, not really, because there's two other goalkeepers on my mind. One is Yassin Bono, who's the Moroccan goalkeeper, and the other is the Croatian goalkeeper, but I don't know his name.
Livakovic.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, right. Okay, the next question is Senna. I'll ask both of you this question. Senna, which team were you supporting in the finals? Argentina versus France, and why?
Argentina, because it's Messi and he deserved the World Cup. Mbappe already has his in 2018, knocking Argentina out of the last 16. Mm-hmm. And Mbappe could have went back to back, but Messi deserved the World Cup after everything he's done.
True, and I think it probably is his last World Cup. He's moving to that
Inter
Miami. Yeah, into Miami now. So that's basically the end of an era, I guess. Marvin, who were you supporting? Argentina versus France, and why?
France.
Why?
I don't know. I just did.
Why?
Because France, I think they're a good team, and I think France, they deserve to win it and all, yeah. But I'd seen it deserved it more. But I was supporting France here because I don't know, because France has had nice players.
Yeah, true. I'd agree. I'm pretty sure if France won again, that would have probably been two consecutive wins of the World Cup.
Yeah.
They've won it twice in a row. Next question is, who was? In fact, yeah, I'll ask this question. Senna, who was the star player in the World Cup final? Realistically, your options are really either Messi or Mbappe. If you're thinking otherwise, maybe the goalkeeper, Martinez, or just basically, who do you think was the star player? It doesn't need to be a striker, but who do you think was the star player?
Okay. Can it be a striker?
Yeah, sure, I don't mind.
Mbappe. He scored a hat trick in the final, so I'd have to pick him.
Yeah, I'd agree. So, do you think Argentina deserved to win?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Well, you know why.
Yeah. So Senna, what were your overall opinions on the World Cup?
It was one of my favorite World Cups I have seen.
Yeah. I agree. It was quite action-packed. It was quite nice to watch. I watched pretty sure most of them. It was quite entertaining. There were some good goals, good clips, good memories. The World Cup a lot. Right. So Senna, now I'm gonna ask you some trivia questions.
Oh, okay.
So this is basically to test your knowledge on what you know and to see if you know your World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when did Qatar win the bid to hold? Let me ask that again. When did Qatar win the bid to host the event? 2006, 2010, or 2009? 2019.
2010.
Correct. This is the first World Cup to be held in an Arab world. True or false?
False.
Incorrect. The answer is true. Qatar is the first World Cup to be held in an Arabic country. Which country has won the most World Cups?
Brazil.
Correct.
Ooh.
When did England win their one and only World Cup? Which
1960.
Which year?
1966.
Correct.
Correct.
What portion of the planet's population watched the 2018 World Cup? 1/4, 1/2, or 85%?
Ooh.
1/4.
Incorrect. The answer was 1/2. So half of the world was watching the World Cup in 2018. The event is normally held in June/July. But why was the one in 2022 kicking off in November? Hint, just remember it was in Qatar. So why might the month and Qatar affect June and July? Like what kind of month? Like what kind of temperatures is it in June and July?
Is it like very hot? Like
Yeah, practically. Because the temperatures in Qatar in June and July is too hot to play. So
Where's Qatar near?
You see?
Is it like kind of near the equator?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So now how many teams played in the 2022 World Cup?
32 teams.
Correct. And which top 10 ranked former World Cup winning nation missed out on qualification for this year's tournament?
Italy.
Correct. So you know your stuff. Right. So I have some more World Cup trivia. And for these questions I'm going to ask you now, I will actually mark your score. So I'll take down basically what you get right and wrong.
Okay.
I think these questions will probably be harder. I'm not sure. Right. Obviously we'll start off easier though. So who scored a hat-trick in final match between Argentina and France?
Mbappe.
Correct. How many teams participated in FIFA World Cup 2022?
32.
Who was awarded the Golden Glove at the FIFA World Cup 2022?
Emi Martinez.
Which was the venue of the final match and closing ceremony of the tournament?
The venue.
Yeah. Do you want me to say the stadium names?
Yeah.
So your options are the Lusail Stadium, the Al Bayt Stadium, the Al Janoub Stadium, or Stadium 974.
Wait, can I say A, B, C, or D?
Yeah, sure.
B.
You are wrong. The answer was A, which is the Lusail Stadium. What was the name of the mascot for the FIFA World Cup 2022?
Ooh. Wait, was it that ghost?
I'm not sure, but I think it means the name. So should I give you some options?
Yeah, can I skip?
Should I just give you some options on it?
What's the question?
Yeah.
It was, what was the name of the mascot for the FIFA World Cup 2022? Your options are A. Al-Rilla, B. Al-Hilm, C. Roriadia, D. Laib.
A.
You are wrong. It was D, which is Laib. 6. Which two countries played opening match of the tournament?
Oh, was it Qatar and Colombia?
Incorrect. The answer was Qatar and Ecuador.
Oh gosh.
Argentina has won the World Cup after a gap of how many years?
1986. 37 years.
37 years?
You're not 36.
You are wrong. The answer is 36 years. But you're very, very close. It was probably just like the maths and stuff. You were close though. You ready for the next question? Oh, Marvin. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Let me just get. Hello. Hi. You're right, Marvin. You okay?
Yeah, ask me one of the questions.
Yeah, let me ask you some questions. I'll basically ask you some of the questions I asked Senna. Well, I just take over his place just for a little bit. Right, so who do you think was the star player of the whole tournament?
My opinion, I personally think it's Mbappe.
Mbappe. Except from Mbappe, or in fact, except from what's it called? Argentinian players and French, yeah. Who do you think have carried?
My opinion, Livakovic for Croatia.
Why?
Because against Brazil, this guy was saving bare shots,
Yeah,
and against Japan was saving a penalty shootout as well.
yeah, that's good. All right, Senna, think.
Oh yeah.
You ready for the next question?
Wait, did I get the question right?
No, that's
36.
36. Oh, okay.
By the way, Koulibaly moved to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia.
what you say?
Kalidou Koulibaly moved to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia.
At this point, all of the footballers are going to move to Saudi League.
Yeah.
Except for Messi. Even if Kante is going to Saudi League and all that.
Ruben Neves.
Yeah. And Ruben Neves, he's not even that old to be going to Saudi League.
Yeah, he's like 27 or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Check the sick one football app.
What do you say?
I'm gonna check like the transfers on this app. Nom 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 Messi. So Koulibaly moved to Saudi Arabia. That's kind of a shock move though. Where's Dana? Hello, Sana, are you there? Messi.
Okay, I'm back.
Right, that's good. Okay, so let's go to the question. So, who of the following performed at the closing ceremony of the FIFA World Cup 2022? This is a hard question, so I'll give you some options. A is Deepika Pakidon. B is Badshah, and C is Noor Fatihi, and D is Arjit. You can choose
Is it
just
D?
between
Arjun.
D. No, the answer was C, which is Noor Fatihi or Fati. I don't know. Question 9 is, what was the prize money of the winning team of the FIFA World Cup?
Oh. Was it 30 million?
30 million.
Yeah.
30. You are incorrect. The answer was 42 million. Next question. Who was the man of the match of the final match between France and Argentina?
Was it? Oh. Mbappe?
You're incorrect. The answer is Messi. Also, all the questions have options. So if some of the questions I asked were too hard, just ask me for the options. Question 11. What was the name of the official match ball for the FIFA World Cup 2022?
Options, please.
So A is Al Rilla, B is Al Hilal, C is Al Ali, and D is Al Aqsa.
Is it Al Hilal?
You are incorrect.
Correct.
Incorrect.
Oh.
The answer is A, which is Al Rilla. Question 12. Which team was awarded the Fair Play Trophy at the FIFA World Cup 2022?
Options.
Your options are A, Brazil, B, England, C, Croatia, D, Morocco.
D. Morocco.
You are incorrect. The answer is B, which is England. Question 13. How many matches in all did the finalists France and Argentina play at the World Cup 2022?
7.
You are. Question 14. How many times has Argentina won the World Cup, including the 2022 World Cup? 3. You are correct. 15. Which of the following is wrongly matched? So your options are A, Golden Ball, Lionel Messi, B, Silver Ball, Kylian Mbappe, C, Silver Boot, Lionel Messi, and D, Silver Boot, Kylian Mbappe. I don't know what that means, but it's a question.
Is it Silver Ball Mbappe?
You are incorrect. It was Silver Boot Mbappe. Because I think it's because he got the Golden Boot instead of the Silver Boot. So that's why Silver Boot is incorrect. Question 16. December 18th, the day of the final match, was the national day of which following country? The options are France, A, France, B, Argentina, C, Morocco, and D, Qatar.
D. Qatar.
You are correct. 17. Who of the following was awarded the Young Player Award at the FIFA World Cup? You need options?
No, Enzo Fernandez.
You are correct. Question 18. Who of the following unveiled the trophy of the FIFA World Cup 2022? If we need options, let me know.
Options.
Right. Answer A is Deepika Pakidon, or Padukon, and Zinedine Zidane. B is Deepika Padukon and Iker Casillas. C, Deepika and Ronaldo. D, Deepika and David Beckham.
C.
D.
No, C.
Oh, C. You are incorrect. The answer was Dipika and Iker Casillas.
Yeah.
19. What was the name of the ball at the final match between France and Argentina?
Options, please.
A. Al Rilla, B. Al Hill, C. Al Aqsa, D. Al Hilal.
Is it A?
You are incorrect. It was B. Al Hilal. And the last question for this quiz is, captain of which of the following teams was also a goalkeeper, or was also its goalkeeper? This one I know.
Options.
A. Morocco, B. Croatia, C. France, D. Spain.
Yeah, I know this one.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now what's the answer?
Can I have the question again?
Oh.
Captain of which of the following teams was also its goalkeeper? Your options
it-
are Morocco, Croatia, France, and Spain.
Is it no. Croatia? I mean, no. Can I change it?
Yeah.
Wait. So can I have the options again?
Morocco, Croatia, France, and Spain.
Was it Spain?
You are incorrect. The answer was France.
You got it.
Right, so let me just count up what you got right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got 7 out of 20. Well done, Senna. you got 7 out of 20.
End of unit 10 score.
And the what? But yeah, only because the maths ones are usually out of 20. But yeah, you got 7 out of 20 on that quiz. Senna, do you want to try redeem yourself with a different type of quiz?
But with a different type of quiz.
It's the same topic of World Cup, I think. Well, yeah, it is. But would you like another one? Because your first quiz, you got 7 out of 20. And then there's some more if you want to ask them.
Actually, no, I'm fine.
All right. Well, this is not optional. I'm not joking. I'll just ask them anyways because remember an hour and I've ran out of questions. In fact, I'm gonna ask Marvin.
Oh.
And I want to see who gets them right between Marvin and Senna. And whoever gets the most right, I'm going to get them something.
Okay.
Right. I don't know if I should give Marvin the exact same quiz because I already said the answers. But
Yeah, don't miracle.
yeah.
Give me another one.
Do you want a harder one?
I guess so.
So you want a harder one?
I don't really care, to be honest. Give me a harder one, even if I lose.
Right. So the first question is: name the first nation to win the new FIFA World Cup trophy 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to think this one. I think France won it twice. I'm going to say. Alright, I'm gonna get this incorrect, but Brazil.
Incorrect. The answer is Germany.
I forgot then.
Yeah. The next question is: which country became the first African team to score 4 goals in a World Cup game during the 2014 tournament in Brazil?
2014.
Yep.
Right, who in? It was Ghana, Cameroon, it was Nigeria. Oh, this is hard, miracle.
Yeah.
South Africa. Did they qualify? I don't know. Okay, the first one scored 4 goals.
Let me see.
So they scored 4 goals.
4 goals. Yeah.
Do you have any options?
No. This one is optional, so it's hard.
Right. So the first African country to score more than 4 goals.
What do you say?
The first African country to score more than 4 goals.
Say that again.
So the first African country to score more than 4 goals.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me think. I'm gonna say Algeria.
The answer is Algeria when they beat South Korea 4-2, which I think you
Yes,
actually Googled it, but
I got it correct.
are you sure you didn't Google it?
No,
Alright.
I think you mums, bro. I was looking at the map.
Right. Fabio Capello has had 7 World Cup finals tournament games as a manager. How many has he won?
So 7. He was with Spain at that time. So I'd say 5.
1.
Oh,
Um, I need to retrieve Ficardi back. 1 moment.
so is that it?
For now, let me just retrieve him back.
Oh. But that was hard, Miracle. And the question I got right here.
Okay.
And the question I got right was I didn't actually search it up. I actually kind of got it right.
That's good. Dun, 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 dun,
I really knew.
dun, dun,
Still waiting for Ficardi.
So waiting.
Wait, Miracle, how much has went past?
About 30 minutes.
Miracle, have you got any more questions?
Not for now.
Please.
Yeah. Right. So the next question is, do you think you'll ever watch the World Cup live, like in person?
Maybe.
So, like, if the World Cup was in your hometown, like near you, would you go and watch it?
Yeah, but it depends on like how much money I have.
Right. So which country do you think will win the 2026 World Cup and why?
I think France will win the World Cup because all the other teams, they won't be as advanced as France. But
I agree.
yeah,
France has quite a good team, realistically, and it's quite good, you know. Like, it's got a lot of strength, pace. France is a very pacey team. But yeah, France has got a lot of strengths to it. So what is your opinion of the decision to hold the World Cup in Qatar? How did you feel about that? Did you feel like it was weird, a bit odd? Did you feel like it was nice? What did you think about it?
to be honest, I didn't really care because I just care about my World Cup and to watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't really too interested on where it was actually being held rather than the fact that it was just being held. I don't really care about where it was. So would you have liked the 2018 World Cup was held in Russia. So would you have liked to go to Russia to watch the tournament, or would you have been put off by the stories of high crime rates and like what is happening with Ukraine?
Well, I would go to Russia because that was back in 2018 and not like around now. So the Ukraine thing wouldn't have happened.
True.
And Putin mostly would have focused on the World Cup because he was at the final.
Yeah. So which do you think is more important or more exciting? The World Cup or the Olympics, and why?
I think the World Cup's more exciting because it's like there's more pressure, like say, but there's more pressure and it's more intense.
Yeah, like you don't really get intense over the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think to me, the World Cup is more exciting. But to me, only like not only me, but to me myself, I think the World Cup is more important as well. But generally, I think the Olympics are probably more important to like other people because the Olympics contain more than one sport. When it comes to the World Cup's only football. But maybe generally, the World Cup's more important. I mean, the World Cup's more exciting, but it's more important. No, the Olympics is more important. But no, the World Cup's
Yeah,
more
I agree.
exciting. But to me, obviously, since I'm more interested in watching football, as fast as I am, I'm still more interested in watching football than running, dancing, or like different mini sports.
Yeah. They also play big sports in the Olympics, but
Yeah, we do big sports, but like football is one of the biggest sports, if not the biggest sport.
football is like, it's the biggest sport in the whole world, so
Yeah,
more people would watch. Even though the Olympics is more popular than the World Cup, the World Cup's still better, just in my
I
opinion.
agree. Yeah, I'm more interested in like football, the players,
Yeah.
FIFA itself. That's what I'm more interested. So the World Cup takes place every 4 years. So if they were to hold them more frequently, like more recently, or like basically more frequently, how would you feel about that? What would be the advantages or disadvantages of holding it? Basically, okay, so what do you think would be the advantages of holding it more frequently? What would be the good parts of it?
The advantages?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I think like if the World Cup was held more frequently, obviously that's more entertainment. I think that's one of the advantages. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have like that many advantages. I have way more disadvantages.
Alright, what do you think about the disadvantages?
So the World Cup would just be 2 years away from the Euros, Copa America, AFCON, those type of other international cups, and also players would just be like tired because we have to play in La Liga, Premier League, or another league in another country, Champions League, and another big league, and
that will probably clash with like national leagues, like as you're saying, Serie A, Eredivisie, Premier, all them type of leagues will probably just clash in. And if it's more frequent, it'll probably just ruin the suspense.
Yeah.
Like, it'll ruin the build-up. Like, if the World Cup was every 2 years, for example, it'd ruin its spark.
Yeah.
And it won't really feel like, oh, the World Cup's coming, because it only happens every 2 years, not every 4 years.
Yeah, and it would also like be less than a few years of a gap between the World Cup and the Olympics, because I think that's at different times as well.
Yeah.
And it might be at the same time, so people won't know what to watch, and then have to choose one at a time.
Yeah. And it'll get quite confusing. Right, so we mentioned the advantages and disadvantages of it being more frequently. So what if it was less frequently? Like, for example, it happens every 4 years now. What if it happened every 6 years? What do you think would be the advantages of the World Cup happening every 6 years?
Well, the players get more training to do to get ready for the World Cup. They have enough time to get new scouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they also get a new manager if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Some of their managers might be getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the advantages I have.
Right, so I think the advantages of it being less frequently, it'd probably be obviously, as I say, more of a build-up, like it's longer. Oh, I can't wait for the World Cup, and it's more suspenseful. But I feel like one of the disadvantages I have is like, obviously players have to retire at some point, and the longer the World Cup takes to happen again, the less World Cups the players might have. For example, I'm pretty sure the last World Cup Ronaldo just played, or the last World Cup Messi just played, that's their last World Cup. But if the World Cup was to happen maybe next year, maybe they could play another World Cup. So that's the advantage of it happening more frequently, but then a disadvantage of it happening less frequently. So what disadvantages do you think it'd be if it happened like every 6 years or something?
Well, for us fans, yeah, we'll probably be like not being able to wait. So probably gonna be like very impatient. Like, oh, when's the World Cup coming? I want to see the World Cup because.
Yeah, like it'd be quite boring. Like,
Where?
yeah, it'd be quite boring if I think about it. You know, like right now the next World Cup is to come in 2026, right? And then, wait, are you still here? And then if the next World Cup is to happen in 2028, that'd be quite long. And then yeah.
That good.
Wait, are you still here?
Wait, did you hear me?
Yeah. The mic thing just cut out for a second. Say that again.
Oh.
My bad.
So us fans, yeah, we're gonna be like a little bit eager to like watch the World Cup. And like you said before, with the football players,
yeah,
they might retire. Like Zlatan, he didn't Zlatan didn't play in the 2022 World Cup, 2018 World Cup. I don't even think he played in 2014 World Cup because I think Ronaldo won the play. Not Ronaldo. Portugal beat Sweden in the playoffs.
Yikes.
So, and now Zlatan's retired.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the last World Cup he played. Probably 2010 or 2006.
Yeah. So that's just like a good example, I guess. Like, the longer gap in between each World Cup means the less World Cups a player get to play. And I feel like for the people watching, it'll get quite boring.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it'll be quite suspenseful, but it'll also get like, you might forget about it. Like, it won't be something you think about if it happens every 6 years. And a lot of people, they'll just get quite tired of waiting, and no one wants to get tired of waiting.
Yeah. I'd like to add on to something.
Yeah.
And also, the next World Cup, it's gonna have 48 teams.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games, but it's gonna have a last 32, I think.
Yeah.
Which is.
What you saying?
Oh no, it's fine.
So I was actually before I started recording again, I was looking through some things about the World Cup, and I think it got confirmed in 2017 that there will then be 48 teams, starting the 2026 World Cup. So instead of 32, it'll now progress to 48, which is quite interesting.
There's even a video on YouTube about it made by FIFA themselves.
Yeah, so that's definitely confirmed. Right. Next question is, so how do you feel about important matches being decided on penalties? So, like, do you enjoy watching penalty shootouts? Or instead of, if it's tied, instead of penalty shootouts, what other ideas do you have?
Penalty shootout. Honestly, I would say things like golden goal, but we don't have that anymore. And that's in FIFA. So
have what?
Golden goal.
Oh, like progress goal, the last goal wins.
Yeah.
True.
They used to have that.
In the World Cup.
I don't. Maybe. I don't know. But football matches used to have it, definitely.
Yeah.
back then. If extra time would run out yet, just carry on going until somebody scores the last goal.
Yeah. It's a good idea, but the thing is, you also have to remember the players themselves. Like, let's say you had to play in a big final, your whole country is depending on you and your performance, and you're playing for practically about 150 minutes. That's quite boring. Some people would probably collapse on the field, and that would get quite, But obviously, that means the team would have to prepare a lot of substitutions, and then that comes in with a lot of training, timing. Yes. But yeah, golden goal, I think that's quite a good idea for them to bring it back. Right. Which teams do you think will go head to head in a final in 2026?
Brazil and France.
Brazil and France. Why Brazil and France?
Because Brazil, they're a really strong team. They have all the players. Neymar, even though Neymar won't be playing, they still have players like Vinicius Junior, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, and people like that.
Yeah.
Or I have two. Or it could be England versus France, something like that in the final. Unless they face each other in the quarterfinal, the last 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like we did this World Cup.
Yeah, I remember when what was it called? I think was it 2-3 that England lost to France.
No, it was 2-1.
Oh, 2-1.
Because Harry Kane missed that penalty.
Yeah, and then there was some last minute free kick by Rashford, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in many sports, like particularly in the United States, they have cheerleading. What would you think if they had cheerleading in like stuff like the World Cup or football games? What's your opinions on that?
Cheerleading, I mean, before like the Champions League final, they have like those one singer to come and sing like their best song or whatever, and then I think there's cheerleaders at the back.
Oh yeah.
Before the game starts. So if it was before the game, yeah, sure. But if it was like during the game, which could never happen,
it'd be too loud for all that.
Yeah, and I think the fans might get angry.
Yeah, like people there shouting, screaming, swearing, and then there's just some people there dancing with flags. Go, let's go! Like, yeah, come on now. Let me just load up the next questions. Right. But what's it called? Do they have, like, in the World Cup, do you think they have cheerleading?
Have what?
Do you think they have cheerleading in the World Cup, like that same thing with the Champions League?
Or like the music before the final?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have that, right?
Did they have it? Wait, I don't think they did.
Oh, yeah. Right, the next question is, which top 5 teams do you expect to do well in the next World Cup? So, top 5 teams that you think are going to make it to the finals. So, England, France, and Brazil are one of them. Choose 2 more.
I would have picked Portugal and Argentina if Messi and Ronaldo were still playing their next World Cup. Actually, I think they are. Well, not Messi, but maybe Ronaldo is for one last chance. And Messi might be doing it again.
True.
So,
but I think there's a certain age where your club might tell you, oh, you're too old, you have to retire.
Yeah.
There's a certain age. So the Portugal team, like the captain and stuff, might tell him, oh, you're too old. I think that's what happened with Sergio Ramos.
Oh, yeah. Alright, but I'm still gonna have Portugal in because there's players like João Felix, Rafael Leao, and Argentina. There's players like Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, McAllister.
Di Maria, Paul.
I might not have Argentina next World Cup. They might finish early. So Portugal and
Spain.
Spain, no, they're not really that good. Spain,
Yeah.
Germany, Italy, they haven't been good for a while now.
Yeah. Actually, maybe Italy.
They did win the last Euro.
Yeah.
They couldn't even qualify for this World Cup.
Oh, yikes. That's true. Wait, who are they playing against?
What, in the qualifiers, the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, they lost against North Macedonia.
Jeez. I was in North Macedonia. Damn.
So I don't think they'll even qualify for this World Cup.
So did North Macedonia make it into the World Cup?
No, Portugal did.
Right, so then they had to play against Portugal.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the score was?
I think it was 2-0, Portugal.
Alright. Well, so I was on about Spain. Or Italy. I think it was Italy, you said, right?
Yes, Spain, Italy, Germany. They all used to be good. Not long ago as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, maybe they just had a slow deterioration. Like a decrease in their thing. I don't know.
Last time Italy won the World Cup was 2006. And last time Germany won the World Cup was 2014. Last time Spain won the World Cup, well, the only World Cup was 2010. Oh, actually, yeah, I have one team. So my 5 clubs are England, France, Brazil, Portugal, and Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands. Yeah, I was thinking the Netherlands. They've got some good people. I think is the pie from the Netherlands?
Wait, say that again.
The pie.
Oh yeah, he's from Netherlands.
Yeah,
we also have Cody Gakpo, Weghorst, De Jong, Wijnaldum. Yeah, they could make it to the final.
Yeah, they're not too bad, are they? No. Right. So the next question is, any predictions on the 2026 World Cup's Golden Boot, Golden Ball, and Golden Glove? You're not allowed to choose the winners from this year's or last year's.
Because for the Golden Boot, I was going to pick,
Mbappe.
Yeah, but it might not be him. It could be Vinicius Junior.
Getting about Haaland.
Yeah, if Norway even qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, because Norway.
Yeah, he should have chosen England. But
true. I feel like England will probably bring out Haaland more. But obviously Norway is like his Norwegian roots.
Actually, I do have one. It could be Harry Kane. Actually, no, he might he's getting old. Yeah, it could be either. I got 2 players from England. 3 players actually, not from England. 2 players from England. Oh yeah, he did good this World Cup. He carried South Korea really a lot. Yeah, I got 3 players: Rashford, Saka, and Vinicius Junior.
Oh yeah.
I'm picking.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm probably picking Vinicius Junior. Or it's between Rashford and Vinicius. Yeah, I might pick Vinicius Junior. He might win the Golden Boot.
Right. So then, who do you think will win the Golden Ball?
Rashford. So I can't pick Mbappe, right?
Yeah.
Probably Rashford. Yeah, no, Vinicius Junior. For the
So-
Golden Ball as well.
So Vinicius on both.
Actually, no. Actually, no. Golden Ball, probably Rashford.
And then Golden Boot, Vinicius Junior.
Yeah.
Right.
Golden Glove. I might say my nan. What?
You mean Magnan,
Yeah.
like the French goalkeeper? Magnan. Magnan. Yeah, Magnan. Right. Good picks. So your Golden Boot was Marcus Rashford, right?
No, it was Vinicius Junior. Golden
Vinicius.
Ball, Marcus Rashford. Golden Glove, Magnan.
Right, Mike Magnan. So, who do you think the best player in the world is this moment, right now? Who do you think is the best player? Forget the World Cup. Who do you think the best player is right now?
Right now, Haaland. Haaland. But for the Ballon d'Or, Haaland should win it. But I want Messi to win it.
Yeah. To be honest, Messi's won a lot of things recently.
If he gets a Ballon d'Or, a World Cup,
all in like the same kind of season-ish. Kind of.
Yeah.
That would be
crazy because many people have done it.
Yeah, that'd basically be what's it called? An era, a job finished, complete.
Yeah. Yeah, he
completed
football.
Yes, mission completed. Mission successfully completed. So let's say Haaland, you've chosen for the best player in the world at the moment. Who do you think the best player is of all time?
Messi.
Why Messi?
I mean, he won the World Cup after winning 4 Champions Leagues, 7 Ballon d'Ors, could win his 8. I think he's got 6 Golden Boots.
No.
I think, and also he's got more trophies than Ronaldo, definitely. Yeah, and he's got more trophies than Ronaldo. So that should probably be.
Wait, so for the 2022 World Cup, did Messi win the Golden Ball or the Golden Boot?
Golden Ball.
Right. And then Mbappe won the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
So is the Golden Ball basically like, what is the gold? Like, what's the difference between Golden Ball and Golden Boot? So no, I know there is a difference.
Golden Boot, most goals. Golden Ball, best player of the World Cup.
Oh, so Golden Ball is like over the whole World Cup.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. To win one of the awards, do you have to be in the finals?
Yeah, maybe. Like, probably, because most of the Golden Ball winners have been in the final.
Yeah.
They've either lost or won.
Fair, yeah. Right. So that's it for all of the questions. Now we're just gonna do one more last trivia. And then you'll probably just leave it like that. And then just ask one more trivia just to warm up your brain a little bit. Right. So where was the very first World Cup held?
Was it Uruguay?
You are correct. It was Uruguay. Also, by the way, these questions I ask will have obviously options. So if you need to know the options on each question, just let me know and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Question 2 is, what was the fastest goal in World Cup history?
Oh, I might need some time with that one.
Don't tell your options.
Yes.
Right. 18.3 seconds, 14.7 seconds, 6.2 seconds, or 10.8 seconds.
Was it 10.8 seconds?
You are correct. It was scored against South Korea in the 2002 World Cup. Question 3. Let me just get that. Right, question 3 is... Right, question 3. Who was the first player to score at 5 World Cup editions?
Oh, Ronaldo.
You are incorrect.
Was that a woman?
No,
Yeah.
you're incorrect.
Oh, who was it?
The answer is Marta.
A woman, right?
Marta is the first footballer of either gender to score at 5 World Cup. So Marta is actually a girl.
Oh, yeah. I saw a TikTok video on that.
Yeah, so it's Marta. What did the Iranian national team lose a week before the 2018 World Cup match?
Options. Can you say that again?
Their shoes, their passports, their coach, or their whole team?
The coach.
You are incorrect. They lost their shoes, which is a bit strange. Question 5. What was the longest wait between FIFA World Cup tournaments?
Options, please.
16 years, 8 years, 4 years, or 12 years?
Wait. 12 years.
You are correct.
I know why. Is it because of the World War?
Yeah, so it says because of World War II, the World Cup was not held between 1938 and 1950. As a result of Italy, which won the World Cup in 1934 and 1938, blah, 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 blah. So, question 6. What was the first host country to be eliminated in the first round of World Cup play?
Options.
Uruguay, Qatar, South Africa, or Mexico?
Can I have the question again as well?
What was the first host country to be eliminated in the first round of the World Cup play? Your options were Uruguay, Qatar, South Africa, or Mexico?
Was it South Africa?
You are correct. South Africa got eliminated in their first match as the host country back in 2010. Question 7. Who was the first World Cup mascot?
I need options.
Zabivaka, Golio, striker of the World Cup Pub, or World Cup Willie?
Striker.
You are incorrect. The answer was World Cup Willie. Which had something to do with England, I think. Question 8. What does the FIFA World Cup trophy depict?
Can you tell me what you mean by that?
So, what does the FIFA World Cup trophy have on it? Like, what's on the trophy? What's shown? Like, what figures on it? So, a player kicking a soccer ball or a football, a champagne fountain, 2 human figures holding up the earth, or the Greek goddess Nike?
2 human figures holding up the earth.
You are correct. Question 9, I mean. Who was the oldest player to score a World Cup goal?
Options.
Your options are Megan Rapinoe, Roger Miller, Formiga, or Gunnar Gren.
Is it Roger Miller?
You are correct. He scored at the age of 42. The Cameroonian forward became the oldest goal scorer by scoring against Russia in the 1994 World Cup. Question 10. Wait, so if he scored at 42, then who knows? You can still have Ronaldo. What was the lowest recorded attendance at a World Cup match?
What do you mean by that?
Like, what is the lowest amount of people that have came to watch a World Cup match before?
Options.
13,230, 23,235, 300, or 3,005.
Lowest, right?
Yeah,
300.
you are correct. So, apparently on 14th of July 1930, only 300 people attended a match, which is quite sad. Question 11. Which team went 559 consecutive minutes without conceding a goal in the 2006/2010 World Cups? Hello?
Your miracle.
Yeah.
Can I have the options?
Your options are Switzerland, Chile, United States, or Ukraine.
Was it the United States?
You are incorrect. The answer was Switzerland. Question 12. Who was the first World Cup winning coach?
Options, please.
Alberto I don't know. It sounds Italian. Alberto Sapici, I think. Dupisci, Luis Felipe Scolari, Vittori Pozza, and Joan Lopez.
Was it the first one?
Yeah, Alberto Sapici, or however he's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Question 13. Which player appeared in the first two FIFA World Cup final matches, but with two different teams?
Please could I have the options?
Your options are Pietro Arcari, Luis Monti, Pablo Dorado, or Francisco Varallo.
Can I have the question again?
Which player appeared in the first two FIFA World Cup final matches, but with two different teams? Do you want me to repeat the options?
Yeah.
Pietro Arcari, Luis Monti, Pablo Dorado, or Francisco Varallo.
What? So, alright, options one last time, sorry.
It's gone. Pietro Arcari, Luis Monti, Pablo Dorado, or Francisco Varallo.
Was it the second one?
You are actually correct. It was a random guess, but you're correct. The answer was Luis Monti. So I think it basically, the question like asking which player... Oh, wait, let me even read it. I don't even understand it. Which player played in the first two FIFA World Cup? Oh, right. So the player, like, you know, the first two World Cups that were ever held, the player won twice in a row, but for two different teams.
Oh.
I think that's what it's basically saying. So I think he won with Italy and Czechoslovakia. I'm not sure. I think so though. I think. Question 14. Who holds the record for most goals scored in a single World Cup match?
Wait, was it that German guy?
If you remember his name. And by the way, he is not German. Who do you think it is?
Can I have the question again?
Who holds the record for most goals scored in a single World Cup match? So who scored the most goals in one match, basically? If you want me to tell you options, let me know.
Oh yeah, can I have the options?
Right, so your options are Oleg Selenko, Pele, Hristo Stoichkov, or Ronaldo.
Wait, was it Ronaldo?
You are incorrect. The answer was Oleg Selenko. And apparently he shared the golden boot with Bulgarian Hristo Stoichkov, I think. Question 15. What award is given to the most outstanding player at each World Cup?
Golden Ball.
You're correct. Question 16. Which national World Cup qualifying team was nicknamed Les Elephants?
Was it France?
You're incorrect, but I know I said that. It's Ivory Coast. But the reason why I probably thought that is because Ivory Coast speaks French.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the answer was Ivory Coast. But I see what you meant. Which is incorrect. Sorry. Question 17. Which player scored the very first World Cup goal? If you need options, let me know.
Options, please.
Your options are Luis Perez, Lucien Laurent, Felipe Rosas, or Marcel Capel.
Is it number 2?
You're correct. Somehow. The answer is Lucien Laurent. Question 18. What was the name of the dog that helped recover World Cup trophy after it was stolen in 1966?
Options, please.
Sweeper, Winnie the Poodle, Striker, or Pickles?
Is it Pickles?
You're correct. The name was Pickles. Question 19. What was the first year the World Cup was held in 2 different countries?
Was it 1930?
You're incorrect. The answer was 2002. Also, do you remember which country the World Cup was held in 2002?
Was it Japan? I mean South Korea.
Apparently it was held in, I think it was also held in Japan as well. So it might have been held in South Korea and Japan, I think. I'm not sure. Question 20. Who was the first player to miss a penalty kick at the World Cup?
Was it Robert Baggio?
What did you say, Seena? What did you say, Seena?
Oh, can I have the options? Because my Wi-Fi kind of disconnected.
Oh, it's come. So, let me just repeat the question as well. So the question was, who was the first player to miss a penalty kick at the World Cup? And your options are Lucien Laurent, Rudolf Wetzel, Waldemar de Brito, or Ricardo Zamora.
Was it? Wait, can I have the options one more time?
Alright. Your options are Lucien Laurent, Rudolf Wetzel, Waldemar de Brito, or Ricardo Zamora.
Was it Waldemar de
Brito.
Oh, yeah.
Waldemar de Brito. You are correct. Hold on. Are you guessing these?
Yeah.
Somehow your guesses are right. Question 21. Which player holds the oh my goodness. Question 21. Which player holds the record for most World Cup matches played?
Wait, was it Ronaldo?
You are incorrect. But your options were Rafael Marquez, Lothar Matthäus, and Antonio Carvajal and Lionel Messi. The answer was Lothar Matthäus. Question 22. Which two countries made their World Cup debuts in 2018? Your options are Cameroon and Holland, Croatia and Serbia, Costa Rica and Morocco, or Iceland and Panama.
B. Actually, no, not B. Wait, can I have the options once again?
Cameroon and Holland, Croatia and Serbia, Costa Rica and Morocco, or Iceland and Panama.
Costa Rica and Morocco.
You are incorrect. The answer was Iceland and Panama. Question 23. Who was the top scorer in the 2002 World Cup?
Was it was it that German guy?
The person is not German. He's Brazilian.
Ronaldo. R9.
You are correct. There's about 7 more questions, I think.
Oh,
but
okay.
Actually, no, there's 6 because I just skipped question 24.
Oh, yeah.
Question 25. Why did Zinedine Zidane headbutt Marco Materazzi in the 2006 World Cup?
I know why. Because Marco Materazzi said something about his sister.
Yeah, he insulted the Zidane's sister. Question 26. Which country hosted the World Cup for the first time in 2018?
Russia.
You're correct. Which World Cup host chose an orange as the 1982 World Cup mascot?
Options.
Spain, France, Italy, or Mexico?
Was it Mexico?
You're incorrect. The answer is Spain. Let me just quickly... I don't know if there's any more... I think I finished with the questions. I think. Let me just double check. But I think most of the questions you actually did get right. And yeah, that's all the questions done and dusted. Oof. You're now set off your chains. Right. So Seena, how'd that feel?
It felt kind of good.
Yeah, just unpacking the 2022 World Cup. So, on every single podcast I have, or basically every podcast
So the quote for season 5,
each
episode 2 of MiraStar Podcasts is World Cup on MiraStar Podcasts. You know what's up. I'm just that guy. Like, I'm a poet or a quote. I'm a quote guy. All the quotes on MiraStar Podcast just come in my mind. In fact, let me repeat it for the ones in the back. The quote for season 5, episode 2 of MiraStar Podcasts is World Cup on MiraStar Podcasts. You know what's up. Lovely. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to follow the podcast. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. Bye bye.